milestone
Session
there.
50, wow. We've got, I mean, I think this is the longest, if I'm counting just the number of sessions, this is technically the longest campaign I've run.
Really?
Um, now, one of my other campaigns is like,
It lasts like 10
it's
hours.
only, well, it's like, usually we play like 6 to 8 hours, and we're about to hit session 30, so, but at the same time, that campaign has been going on since 2020, and this one I think was like 2022 or 2023. I don't
I
remember
think it's
which
2
one.
years.
That
Yeah.
sounds about close to right.
You're averaging like what, 7 to 8 sessions a year?
Well, so the thing about the other group is we're technically doing 2 games concurrently, and we'll do like 2 sessions, then we'll switch to the other person.
Did take like
So,
lunch breaks?
yeah, we usually take about a half hour, to like eat and stuff. And we talk kind of the whole time.
Oh, yeah. For like our usual in-person sessions are like from noon until 6 or something like that, and it's literally just kind of half of it's bullshitting.
In-person games are really fun, I will say. I got to play in person with one of my other groups that's usually online, and it was a lot of fun.
We'll all be in person for Games Wedding, even you, Tashar.
But welcome to our audience to session 50. It has been, I mean, we're almost at the 2-year mark to begin with, but also just like 50 sessions, and the fact that this is like the end of an arc that we've been doing for, I want to say, about a year at this point, close to a year at the very
I
least.
didn't have session 1, but session 2's date was April 22nd of 2022.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. Oh, 2022. Okay. So technically, okay, we're technically almost at 3 years. Wow.
I think it would have been late 2022.
No. Well, he just said April 2022 was the second session. So.
Okay, yeah.
So the first session would have been before that, because I think the only sessions that aren't posted are sessions 1, because we didn't know we were going to be posting this yet.
Lost media.
And
The
I
last
think
session.
session 5, there was a
early one, yeah,
session.
3 or 4, something like that.
Yeah, there was a session where Game couldn't make it. And at the time, I don't think we knew that we were streaming at the time, actually.
Oh, I knew. I mean, I always knew because I'm subscribed to Game. I smash the notification bell.
I never consented to being recorded.
Dang.
Too bad this is a one-party consent state.
Well, technically, he's not even in the country.
Even better.
But speaking of D&D, when last we left our, honestly, I'll say heroes. No, I was gonna say technically you guys stopped. You guys did save people. You guys are heroes.
Done way more good than bad.
Why do you keep assuming that we're not?
Because you guys sometimes make bad decisions, like killing a bunch of kids.
You guys, one guy.
Hey,
there was the orc.
Don't pin that on me.
That was legitimate self-defense.
There was the orc microwave.
I don't remember that. Oh, I do remember that. that was self-defense. That one was actual self-defense.
You guys tried to kill. Tried to kill multiple people.
Yeah, but have we been successful? We never killed Clunk.
You almost did. I mean, you guys have got. I think all 4 of these characters have come a long way. Even Core, even though I would argue Core's gotten worse, but
I've refined him.
I think you guys have come a long way, because I think because Sachi definitely. I remember Sachi. I mean, no.
Well, Sachi was a murder
kind of
hobo.
a brat.
Still,
Leo was way worse at the beginning. I remember him throwing people out the window of that Zeppelin.
That was a
Oh,
beautiful
yeah.
moment either way.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I think Farina has changed the least out of the party, but at the same time has changed, but also has was kind of the most moral person besides the
This is-
Azamar.
I was gonna say, Farina didn't start as a degenerate.
Yeah. So you guys have, I mean, we've come a long way. I would say if I had to pick the character that has changed the most, it is probably Sachi. Leo
Yeah.
right behind her.
Well, like I
Character.
said, Sachi was a murder hobo to start with.
Yeah. Yeah. She has gotten a lot better.
And now she's not a murder hobo. So yes, there was a pretty big change there.
Yeah.
There are still murder hobo tendencies in there.
Oh yeah.
Flashes
Oh, I
here
know.
and there.
But the last time you guys stopped the demon that was posing as a high priestess. She was posing as High Priestess Thanatos and was actually a demon known as Grudge, who was trying to basically become a goddess herself. She was trying to take the place of the Raven Queen by basically getting rid of all of her followers. Because that is, I will go ahead and give this to Core and Farina, that is the way to get rid of a god, is if there's no believers left.
Mm-hmm. Well, you basically put them more into a dormant state. You don't really actually get rid of them.
Yeah, and technically they can change, but,
Yeah. So, but
But-
otherwise, though, I mean, if you basically destroy all evidence of them and get rid of their believers, they go into a dormant state forever until some other god goes in to steal their divinity. Or
Yeah.
mortal, although that one's a little bit harder.
yeah,
Hmm.
but
Interesting.
So that's how
basically
you become a
the
god,
idea-
guys. At least one of
Yep.
the ways.
basically she would have basically gone in and stolen the Raven Queen's divinity and become a true goddess from that. If she had been able to basically wipe out all the believers, she would have had to still do a lot. I will say this is not the only place that has followers of the Raven Queen, but this is one of the biggest ones, so it would have really hurt her.
Especially if she actually started to get them to worship herself, she could try and actually turn that worship into a spark of divinity, which I don't remember the actual process, but it doesn't really matter.
I mean, honestly, she could just get some Kuo-toa to worship her.
Bow! Bow!
But you guys were able to stop her. It took a lot of effort on you guys' part. Core got knocked out. Like, we're
Multiple
used to Leo getting knocked out. Core does not get knocked out typically.
Is that the
When Core
first
gets
time?
knocked out, it's usually a bad thing.
I don't know if it's the first time. I feel like Core has
not.
been knocked out before.
It's not the first time, but it is quite uncommon. It's I think
Yeah.
the first time that's happened multiple times in one battle, but
Honestly, this is one of you guys' first major battles without a dedicated healer.
We have Azalea.
Yeah, you guys have Azalea and you have Clunk, both who. That's the reason why I chose their classes that way from the get-go, because I could give you guys healing, because I knew Core was not going to. I didn't want it to just be on May at the beginning. That's why I put you guys with them from the get-go.
Or was healing himself. Just he can only do so much with flash heals.
That's gonna be the big like character development. Core actually heals someone else.
You would never.
I know. That's why.
I mean, I
would be like-
would if I find you convenient to keep around.
Yep.
It's not like it's that far fetched. Just Core is very like these are morally for me because I'm the most important.
Yep. But it's at this point, at the end, Sachi casts Sending to talk with Mara, who is basically leading the charge outside as you all had snuck in, but Grudge had basically had been able to mind control all of the female followers and sent them out to basically kill off all the male followers. Farina almost got mind controlled as well, but was able to stop that because of the Raven Queen's protection.
Sachi almost did
What-
as well.
what-
Until Sachi actually mentioned that Sachi wasn't part of the Waving Queen.
Yeah, I know, right? That would have been hilarious.
I really thought about it, but I didn't.
What would
But
have
it's
been even
good somewhere.
funnier would be like kind of along the lines of Farina. Wait, you serve her too?
This is wonderful.
We have so much more to talk about.
Well, there was that one part where Grudge had that one ability that I only really got to use the one time, but it was hilarious. Because Sachi basically bombarded Farina.
Oh yeah.
Leo brought what is it? Azalea down to half health.
Mhm.
And what is it? Clunk did not hit anybody, but
He tried his best.
Clunk is, although outside of he doing a little bit of healing, Clunk is useless.
he did heal. He did healing, and he also enlarged you.
Which honestly didn't do anything because in the end I wasn't able to get up to him, and outside like the one attack that I got downed and like okay, lost it.
I mean, that sounds like user error on your part.
No, it just sounds like too mobile of an enemy. That's why.
Mm.
That's why Core has decided that if one core is not enough, two needs to be better. Two is better.
Interesting.
But we are picking up where after Sachi cast Sending to make sure everything was okay with Mara, Mara said that everything has calmed down at this point. There have been some casualties, but
Oh no. So
the
anyway.
battle is finished. Oh my goodness. But we're gonna pick up there.
Right.
I gotta find my where is it? Nope, that's fight music. I don't need that.
You looking for somber music or melancholy
Yeah,
music?
somber. Really, just somber music.
Mhm.
Oh, here we go. I think this is it. No.
That's in Master Splinter's dead funeral music.
There we go. I found it. I always forget it's called.
So someone important actually died, or was it just me?
Oh, a named character?
You don't know?
Oh, okay. Well, then I don't care.
You guys have to actually go outside.
Let's be honest, I don't think Cole would have cared either way.
Yeah. I don't disagree.
He doesn't know anybody here, and thus they are not useful.
But yeah, Sachi, you've just received that information. You guys are still in the temple at the moment.
Guys, we need to go. The people, they might be dead. Turtle Boy, your brothers, Master Splinter, they might be dead.
Well, I mean, Best Friend was already dead, but we
Oh
found out
shit,
about
yeah,
this.
you're right. Oh, okay, but your brothers. We need to go check on them.
Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah.
All right. I want one of you to roll me a D100.
Not it. I want this to be placed on me.
Okay, so Sachi is not gonna roll. Oh, okay, Leo. Okay. Good to know.
85% of the people died. Higher the better.
Yay! Only
I thought-
85%.
I thought about that, but so as you guys run out, it takes you guys about 10 minutes to get out there, but it's a bloody mess when you get out there. on both ends. Farina, you know that your allies were going to be outnumbered no matter what, because you have a lot of sisters.
Not
Yeah.
dead sisters.
But the thing is that having Mara as well as Leo's brothers there did help even the odds a little bit. Just because Matt, your sisters not a lot of them are prone to using like arcane magics. There are some clerics, but not really anything beyond that. Some paladins. But as you come out, it is about you see on your allies' side there are 5 men who have been killed in this fight.
Oh no.
Their bodies have been kind of dragged to the side. One of them being Caspian, the Goliath.
No, not Caspian.
On the other side, let me see. Times that many. There are probably about 15 to 20 of your sisters who have been killed in this fight, Farina.
Out of how many?
200.
Oh,
Okay, that's not
trouble.
too bad.
It's a drop in the
Cool
bucket.
number.
10%. All right.
So, what you can gather just from the look of it, you guys were able to take Grudge down relatively quickly. That at least stopped your sisters from fighting before things got ugly. But obviously there were still people that died. And at this point, Mara is you see Mara currently praying over the, along with, which one is the cleric? Which one of Leo's brothers is the cleric? I always...
Mario.
Pietro.
Okay.
Pietro and Mara are currently both praying over, as well as like a number of people on each side are praying over those who were taken out in the crossfire. Farina, you look at your sisters. A lot of them look very somber, but also, I'll give this to you, they kind of look like they have some of the similar feelings that you probably felt when you learned that you were basically not even following the Raven Queen this whole time. They're angry at themselves. They're blaming themselves, really. And
Right.
it's becoming, you can tell that if this is not stopped, it could turn into self-hatred.
Right. Sisters, hear me. I know we have all been deceived, but fear not. We shall get past this. I hold up the what's the name? The Raven's blade.
Mm-hmm.
This is I hold it up as like actual physical proof of the Raven Queen's blessing.
They kind of look to you. They all, like, your sisters look to you and immediately kneel before that feather. And the men also do the same. And one of the women goes, We have made mistakes. We have been deceived, but through your leadership, High Priestess, I know we can get on the right track.
Right. Well, it is my belief that our corruption happened because we had one leader, we had one point of failure, where one person being in charge is maybe not the best idea. Maybe we need some changes. We need a council of sorts, and yeah, we also need to decide what how we gonna, well, not what to do with not what to do with the male followers, but how to
They know too much.
no, not that way, not that way. Just just trying to explain, like, yeah, we need to include them somehow, but then we also need to keep true to our ways still.
Can I
Mara.
offer a suggestion? New High Priestess? New High Priestess?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Well, I might not be a member of the cult. Not cult. The Sisterhood. But I think the only fair recourse is if they're devoted to the Raven Queen, like they say they are, chop off their penis.
No.
Okay. That was
Why?
my 2 cents.
That sounds a very acceptable thing.
I'm not taking any more suggestions from you.
Mara speaks up. I mean, it's not. I mean, that's kind of awful, but I mean,
Mara.
That's not a direction I expected her to go.
All the guys are like just wide-eyed.
Don't be ridiculous. This is not the
Well-
way.
I mean, I think it'll probably take some negotiation. I would say that we probably need to all rest because we've lost some people, and we've also got a number of people who are injured.
Yes, of course. Yeah, take care of the wounded. We'll go back to our ship, I guess, and
Well, you guys actually
We teleported here.
no,
yeah,
you didn't. You rode your ship.
Oh, we did? I thought we teleported here.
No.
No, just to get any sort of supplies or any other assistance that might not to sleep necessarily there, but
So the ship is actually like docked pretty close by. It's actually docked pretty close to the cave, and it looks like your crew members had actually helped during the fight as well.
right, yeah, okay.
What? Are any of them okay? Are any of them hurt?
There are a few
Roll for it.
roll for it.
Yeah, the roll is specifically for the navigator.
The navigator specifically. That's not no.
Which one's the navigator? 1 second.
It's Carly, the
one
one
she-
who actually started the strike. Saki has
Oh.
a grudge against her. It looks like they are okay. Some of them have been injured. Giali has you see Giali, your yak folk, pulling a dagger out of his arm.
God damn.
Callista is kind of helping to bandage him up. Thalia is currently assessing the damages to her robolds, which one of them has been basically. She's gonna have to build a new one.
Oh.
Carly and Iris are kind of helping to bandage up. It looks like Tex got in a little bit of a scrap.
Not Tex.
So Carly and Thalia, not Thalia, Carly and Iris are currently like bandaging him up and providing medicine. Nikki is currently making food to try to help all those involved. Your deckhands are also just helping to clean up and.
How's Malik?
Oh.
Is he eating the remains?
So I forget which one is the Goliath, but hang on. Let me look for I need to look for the Goliath because I know you guys hired the Goliath specifically. Dorena. She is actually kind of currently restraining Malik because he keeps looking at the bodies of those who perished during the fight.
It's a good way of cleaning up things.
But and it looks like there was a little damage to the ship as well. There's a few daggers sticking out of the ship at the moment.
That's fine.
Or we'll go and inspect the ship to repair the ship first.
Who stabs a ship?
I'll give this to Farina. They probably were aiming at the crew members but missed. Plus, I think Farina, you would gather based on like what Mara tells you is that they were probably not, even though they were being controlled, they were not at their 100% like potential. At least all your sisters, had they been at their 100% potential, things would have been way worse. But kind of mind control takes away that.
Debuffs them.
Yeah, it
So
debuffs them a bit.
So basically, she was using an inferior version of mind control.
Yeah,
An inferior, an inferior version of dominate person.
Yeah, basically.
I should have learned
but
this.
At this point, different people start, helping the wounded, moving them inside. The men it looks like they are trying to respect you guys' ways, and they are staying outside. They're kind of they've kind of built tents around you guys' ship.
Why do we have to deal with the freeloaders?
Well, because Farina has basically said that we shouldn't have the men intrude on their ways.
You can go somewhere else.
They don't really have anywhere to go.
Oh, by the way, hey, men. I'm gonna resurrect your leader, okay?
Oh, you're gonna try to bring back Caspian?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring back your boy Caspian.
What's he gonna turn into now?
If you wanna look up to me as a form of goddess, as payment, you're more than welcome to do that.
Or repairing the ship. It's best not to listen to the half cat. It's not a very good ending. Notice blood splatter. Notice blood splatter inside.
If you had died, he'd be using you as a test subject. So you can trust me.
Yes, I would have. But that's not the point we're trying to make here.
Okay. Sachi. Give me just 1 second. I'm just checking something.
Good thing I had one more level 5 spell left.
Okay, Sachi, I want you, if you are doing this, I need you to roll me a D100.
We're picking the sex here.
This will be the race. We will be rolling in a second.
So there's 100 options?
No, it's a percentile.
Oh, it's percentile. Okay. Alright. Go for the best, pick the worst.
Okay.
Are you using an expanded list, Gavin, or just
I'm using the expanded list. Go ahead and roll me a D20. Okay. And roll me a D4. Oh.
Cats. All right, let's see.
I get the feeling you just turned he into she.
Fingers crossed.
Possibly. What was once a pretty handsome Goliath male,
Mhm.
suddenly is now a female hill dwarf.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, Coral look to the rest of the men. Look, we have found a way for you to join.
Oh, it's true.
And it doesn't even require chopping off your penis.
Yeah.
Which I'm still trying to wonder why you were so offended at that.
Caspian kind of just looks like, what the?
I brought you back.
Why are you, Sachi? Why are you so tall?
Why are you so short and ugly?
Now, I will say, I'm gonna do this because I have to say this because of a certain party member. Dwarves are actually not that short.
Leo's already aware of that.
I know. I'm also bringing this up because core.
Well, I
dwarves
mean,
are,
dwarves are usually around 4 to 5 feet.
yeah, they're
So about half course height.
go. I'm curious. Sachi, roll me a d12.
How are you gonna figure out how tall?
Okay, so about just under 4.5 feet. So about 4'4".
You're so tiny. You're so cute.
How? This is so weird.
Yeah, you don't have a penis anymore.
I don't, and I
Mhm.
have boobs now. That's
You do.
I mean,
And you can be a proper sister of the Raven Queen.
I guess I could.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say that she, let's see. I gotta look at like what hill dwarfs look like, because I'm actually not. I'm
Hill
always.
dwarves are the standard dwarf.
Are they?
I believe
Or like,
so.
what's the difference between mountain and hill?
Mountain dwarves, I think, are
Bigger.
No.
They might be stockier.
Yeah, I think mountain dwarves are a bit stockier and a bit darker skinned. And lighter skinned. No. Mountain dwarves are gold dwarves.
Yeah. Hill.
forget.
Well, no, hill dwarves are gold dwarves.
Oh.
Actually, I'm looking at D&D wiki, or the Forgotten Realms wiki at least.
Yeah, they have all those different names. It's annoying.
Okay, so she's got actually like she doesn't have so much the red hair, but more like she has like probably like dark brown hair. She's got tan skin. Well, she has pretty long hair. Weirdly, well, not weirdly. Core would know this. She's got some facial hair, like not like super like. At the moment, not full beard, just because I'm just gonna say because she used to be a Goliath, and Goliaths can't grow facial hair normally. But female dwarves can grow facial hair. They can grow full beards and mustaches.
Yeah, and you don't have to worry about core and dwarves. Core's been around dwarves literally his entire
Oh
life.
yeah, no, I was more yeah, no, that makes sense. But like Core, you would know that like you've seen some female dwarves back in Mechanist that had some like honestly some pretty spectacular beards.
Picture is relevant.
Yep.
I'm sure I posted it before, but
but it is a bit like the longer beards are a bit rarer with female dwarves. They're like they don't have quite as they can't grow quite as much as a male dwarf, but they can still grow some pretty good beards.
fairly well tended locks.
Yep. She kind of has like the sideburns, like the kind of like mutton chops. She kind of looks down. Well, I mean, maybe this would make it easier if you had a way to. I mean, if it was that important to you, Farina. I mean, if you had a way to turn them all into females.
No, I'm saying you have the choice to follow the Raven Queen in your own way. I'm giving you that choice because it is your choice to make.
Well, that's what I've been raised to do, and I'm gonna keep doing it, even if I am short now.
Very well. You're welcome to. Well, I guess now you're welcome to stay, but but if you want to stay with your people, that's fine.
Kim said thank you, by the way.
Sorry, my apologies, Sachi. Thank you very much for saving my life.
You're welcome.
I do feel bad for. She kind of looks at the others on both sides that have been killed.
Okay, they don't even have names.
I mean, they have. Well, okay, I haven't given them names. I would imagine they have names.
Had names.
I will say, as far as whether you want to try to get the means to revive these, the fallen. No.
No.
I'm also bringing this to Farina. That is entirely up to you.
What resurrection or
Can you repeat that?
Oh, sorry. So, it is up to you whether you want to try to seek the means to revive them. Unfortunately, at this time, they are beyond being saved for Revivify.
Incarnation has a time limit of what? Is it
10 days.
10 days? Okay.
Okay.
Hang on, let me
True
pull
resurrection and the like have quite, but they're also quite a bit more expensive.
What will I need for all of that?
So reincarnate, you need rare oils or unguents that are worth at least 1,000 gold. That would basically. Now the thing about reincarnate is it is kind of a lot. It is a lottery, and also, there is a chance. You just saw it with Caspian that they don't remain the same gender. Let us see.
What about I just revive?
So Revivify is only within a minute. Like basically, it's within a minute of them dying.
Wasn't
now
there another?
Resurrection is the
another
cleric
spell.
version.
There is
Resurrection.
Raise Dead.
Oh right.
Raise Dead is probably your best option. It is a 5th level spell that you need a diamond worth at least 500 gold, which the spell consumes. So if
that would just raise one person at a time, though, right?
Yeah, but I forgot. Is there Resurrection and True Resurrection 5th edition?
Yes. Resurrection and True Resurrection are in 5th edition. So Resurrection.
Yeah. The biggest downside of Raised Dead is that if they were maimed in any way, they don't get their body limbs back. They basically get the body. The body that was there just returns back to life as you put the soul back in. Resurrection and then they also lose experience. I forget exactly how 5th edition does it, but it is. Resurrection heals the body back up to full, replaces any lost limbs, but they still have the level loss. True Resurrection, on the other hand, is basically congratulations, you just woke up, no injuries, nothing bad has happened to you.
Now the issue with those is regular resurrection. So regular resurrection, it's you touch a creature that has been dead for no more than a century, so you have a lot more time to do it. So long as they didn't die of old age and they aren't undead. But it is you need a diamond worth 1,000 gold. True resurrection is the tricky one because you get 200 years, but it is diamonds worth at least 25,000 gold, and for one casting, and they are consumed. So whether you decide to, there are multiple ways that you guys can do it. You would just have to spend some money because none of you can cast these spells.
Nope.
I didn't get my 5th level spells, so. But we can always go back and drag the
I mean,
ass.
even I don't have that enough money to resurrect all of them.
Yeah. So.
And you're in no
I mean,
way. And honestly, if you did, you'd be setting a precedent for, hey, look, if you follow me, I'm gonna resurrect you. Why did you resurrect me? Well, I just stopped being generous.
yeah. I mean,
What?
it is up to you.
You know what?
You do not.
I'm going to.
That one coming back to life is basically the whims of a cat.
Yeah.
You're gonna cast Commune? Okay. So, Farina, you get down.
Oh, but
Hit
you can
me.
only ask questions.
Yeah, you can only ask yes or no questions. You get
Goddess,
3.
will you resurrect these for me for free? No. Please, no. Please, no. Please, no. You've answered all. You have asked all your questions.
I will say, as you kind of are thinking about this, Farina, Mara does come up. Well, if anything, even if we can't necessarily bring them back, they would be with the Raven Queen now.
Yeah, that's basically what I was trying to do. Just trying to communicate directly with the Raven Queen and basically not request, but determine if they will. Well, determine what's going to happen to them, basically, right? So just make sure that they're all in a good afterlife, I guess.
All right. Go ahead. Do you want to still cast this?
I mean, if I'm limited to just asking questions, then kind of, and just yes or no question, then I can't really make any requests as such, can I?
Not necessarily. Now you can still just regular pray, and I can run with that.
Yeah, I'll just regular pray, I guess.
So yeah. Actually, question for you: are you proficient with religion?
Yes.
Okay, so that will fall under the effects of your reliable talent. So I will say. Okay, so you
It's
roll
always gonna be 18.
18. So you get down and you start to pray. And you hear a whisper. Don't worry. They will now be new celestials. They've earned their spot of rest. They will be my celestials and will help me do more, so this will never happen again.
Thank you, my goddess. I have no other requests as such.
What is it?
No, I have no other requests.
Are you concerned about the gender of the men?
Not really. I've given them the choice to follow you as they wish. I believe that's perfectly reasonable, unless we would deem otherwise.
I think it's okay to have a little bit of a change. To allow, to have a wider audience, not to mention. I think this could become a new colony.
Okay, well. Okay, then, yeah, I'll do as you wish then.
I'm with you. Don't worry. This is not going to be an easy this is going to be a trial, but it will not be one solved very easily.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank
yeah,
you, my
that's
high
it.
priestess. And
Yes,
you will hear
yes.
her, you'll see her presence fades to an extent, but you feel that she is still with you, even if you don't, even not in full.
Yeah, yeah. That's it, I guess. I guess this chain.
Yep. So we're gonna kind of do a little we're gonna do a little time skip.
Ooh, times. Oh,
We'll say that about a week has passed. You guys have kind of all, maybe not all of you. I'll let you guys decide if you want to help with the rebuilding, or not. But after some talks, the men decide to basically build a second temple. To basically, so that they don't make the female followers uncomfortable, since many of them have never met a man before. They are they have started building, like they started digging out a cave of their own to build a new temple.
Is it like adjacent to the other temple?
It is pretty close, yeah. They're trying to give them their space, but like basically there are some tunnels that connect the two now.
So
Caspian
basically,
go-
like single-sex dorms, where every once in a while you get one kind of, or one or two followers going through the underground tunnels to meet with the others.
Basically, yeah.
Did Caspian go with the girls or stay with the guys?
Caspian for right now is kind of still like, she's sleeping in the girls' location, but she's been helping with a lot of the efforts for the male side.
Okay.
Since she still grew up with a lot of these people. It's just more of like, that's, it's, both of these groups are kind of damaged just from their experiences with the cult.
Yeah.
So they're trying to do good for each other, and so they're I would say I wouldn't be surprised if Core is at least invested in building stuff.
Did Core
Say
take
hi,
any of the
Irene.
dead? Did Core take any of the dead bodies for research?
Would Farina have let him, is the question.
Not one of the sisters, I would assume, but maybe one of the men.
Farina?
you know what? We never really determined what sort of funeral rites we would have for followers of the Raven Queen, I guess.
Well,
So
I'll let you
Funeral
decide
rites,
that.
the funeral rites would be giving them to an ally to be dissected and studied.
I'm going to
That's-
I'm going to ask this. Would Farina want any people that were followers of the Raven Queen to have their bodies desecrated by Core?
Hey.
the body's just a vessel.
Oh.
When you're dead, like you have no use for the body unless you're trying to like resurrect them, I guess.
Exactly. I'm not tampering with their soul. I don't know how to do that yet.
I will say, Core, you get a lot of dirty looks when you approach the bodies. Like,
You
a
think
I
Core
will
cares?
allow you to take one body as a.
I'll take the largest.
And it actually has a head this time.
For the first time.
I'm tempted to say it doesn't.
Well, in that case, I'll take the largest body that has a head.
Goodness. He still has his penis. I'm just kidding.
Core
Didn't
still doesn't
specify what
understand.
type of head.
Core still doesn't understand what the fascination between the male humanoids and this fleshy appendage down here. But it's apparently important enough that the creatures without this fleshy appendage are afraid of it. I wonder if it can be used as some kind of weapon. Coral mutter this out loud as he's taking the body.
A lot
Yes,
of he's still like Leo, Farina, and Sachi. There are like a lot of people not happy with Core right now.
I don't think Leo's
no,
that
no,
happy. I don't think
see,
Leo cares.
Again, I don't think the followers will be that necessarily upset.
It is
I
one of
think-
their like brethren getting about to be a experiment.
Yeah,
Well,
they're about to be. a
if they
science
knew
project.
what he was planning to do, then maybe. But this is more like
Okay.
donating a body to science or something. I'm giving Core one body as an offering for, well, basically as a nice thank you gift.
As a research sample.
Can I also have a body?
The rest of the what?
Can I also have a body?
Wait, what?
Why
I
do
mean,
you
if
want
we're, if we're all getting if Core's getting a body, I want a body.
What would you
No.
do with it?
I don't know. Maybe I'll resurrect it at some point within the next 10 days.
You do have one use of reincarnation left.
Okay.
Although,
whatever.
do you want to use up?
Oh.
Well, I guess you could technically buy
Yeah,
the
I can.
materials for that.
Verena said I could take a body. I'm taking one of the sisters.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Turtle Boy, do you want a body?
No, I'm okay. Leo's okay.
Okay.
These are so
The-
messed up.
No. See, it's donating to science, and the rest will
Well,
be
mine's a donation
not
to
buried.
science.
They would be.
What Farina's
rest will be
planning to
just-
do with it, or not Farina, what Sachi's planning to do with it is anyone's imagination.
Hey, Core, can you cast that like thing where the body doesn't decompose or whatever?
Sure.
Dang, I was
Yeah.
hoping you'd. I was about to say that you thought you can't do that, but
No, I know. I remember.
Yeah, I would like to request a body actually for my friend.
oh my
On the ship.
goodness. I'm about to say no. 'Cause this feels very gross. I will say. I'm about to say no bodies for all of you.
Who are you to say that? You're not the Raven Queen. Or you're not the High
I
Priestess.
am the god of this world.
Fine, then I'm just gonna go and find a body.
Malik
Listen,
needs
we
his
all gotta-
payment.
I hear there's storage areas of them outside of some human towns.
No, see, I'm imagining this as a Zoroastrian funeral procession where they would just leave the bodies out to be eaten by vultures, basically. I mean, they still do it.
There are a lot of. Well, actually, honestly, you guys do have a lot of ravens that you hold on to. So the ravens are all.
Yeah. So it fits. So like, it's not that.
Actually, that they kind of are coming after the bodies that Sachi and Core have.
Hey!
Cora's
No.
watching his own little world, even as they're pecking him.
No, because, no,
Muttering
but no,
insults.
no. This is quite fitting actually, because yeah, with the whole ravens and such, like just like in real life, I imagine we would have towers where they would just lay the bodies out to be fed upon by the birds.
All right.
That's a real thing that Zoroastrians do. Say it's like
Yeah,
Yeah,
Gavin.
I believe it.
I think there was one tower fairly close to where I lived in my hometown. Though I don't think they used it all that much. It's more just a relic, really.
Interesting. As with a lot of things these days.
But yeah, no, Zoroastrians are cool.
But as you will say during the week, you guys have. I will say with it being a week, you don't have a lot of time left, Sachi, if you want to do what you want to do with the body.
Oh, we're staying here? Alright, well then I'll... God, I guess I'll do it again. I'll resurrect one more time.
All right.
Turn this one into your slave.
That's the plan.
All right. Roll me a D100.
D100. Oh, it's a high roll.
All right. Let me see.
I'm
95.
gonna trivialize death.
Oh, this is interesting. So let me see. I gotta move over here. Okay, roll me a D20.
Some very high rolls.
Okay, give me just a moment. I gotta look up what that looks like.
It's not. Well, it wouldn't be another mountain dwarf.
It looks like a toad.
I gotta figure out. I don't know a lot about this version. Okay. So, and I need you to roll me a D4.
No, that's a man, isn't it?
So, what was once a human woman is now a male tiefling, specifically a Zariel tiefling.
What does that look like?
So based on what I'm seeing, this one would be a this one looks to be like an orangish red tiefling with these long horns that are kind of like these long goat horns on their head. And their eyes are like kind of have black sclera, and they're with eyes that are like probably about an orangish red as well, kind of fiery.
Okay.
They look down at themselves and they're like, no, you've stolen my.
I've given you life, my minion.
But I am no longer a sister.
You are not. You're a pet.
I have a potion of gender change that I give her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You know, actually drink that. This makes it better, actually.
Okay, they will drink the gender swap potion, and they are now a female tiefling.
Yeah. See, you lost the penis.
Thank goodness.
But I brought you back to life, not out of the kindness in my giant, loving heart, but rather, I wish to bring you with me.
No,
life-
she's free to do as she pleases.
She is free to do as she pleases. I can't force her to do anything. However, I think there should be a level of indebted to me for giving you life. You know, your high priestess over there, your new high priestess, she wasn't going to bring you back to life.
But the Raven Queen has used you to bring me back to life and restore my gender. I am now stronger. I'm more one with her. Thank you. But I must go. My life is dedicated to the Raven Queen.
Oh. Well, that was kind of pointless. Wait, before she goes, do I have a spell? I don't have Gios anymore, damn it. I cannot modify memory, takes a minute casting time. I should have done this on my own. Okay, well, you know, goodbye, whatever your name is.
And she's gone.
You ruined it for me, Farina.
I said I'd give you a body, and I did. So
You have all those minions. You have all your followers. I can't have one.
you can build your own damn cult.
I already do. On twitch.tv/SachiSmiles.
Oh, goodness.
Well, summon them over here if you want.
I'm trying.
Maybe we need to actually make that a real Twitch channel.
Yeah, this game you need to change your name to that.
Absolutely not.
Cross media promotion.
But as well during this week, you guys have kind of been working on like building a new second temple. I would imagine Core would be down to help with at least building. Like he likes building things.
But he has a new body.
Mm.
Yeah, I kind of. You'd have to kind of. They'd have to be find somebody to convince me because I have my own projects to work on too.
I gave you a body.
Okay.
He did. She did do that. She did technically pay you.
That is a good point.
And with it being like you guys have a lot of hands helping, and through the end of the week, it's not like the perfect second temple, but it is relatively nice. It is not like the first temple where it is carved out of obsidian. This one is actually made of wood. But the men
Yeah, I was gonna
now,
say like, if they managed to replicate that, that would be impressive.
but the men now have their own place, their own temple. And during that week, I imagine Farina takes the time to find those that are leaders amongst both groups to form a council.
I guess Caspian would be a one good choice. Maybe if Mara wants to stay, she can be here as well. I don't know what she.
Mara has decided to stay. She is actually, I figure, honestly, well, she actually does approach you during this week as you guys have been trying to put the council together. So, what are your plans now?
Well, I don't have any specific plans. I guess I could stay here, but I could just keep traveling.
Well, you are a high priestess now. You have to decide. Suffice to say, I don't think you can travel with them forever.
No, I suppose not, but I still owe them, so I'll keep going with them for a while, and I don't imagine it'll be too. Well, yeah, well, it won't be forever, obviously, but we still have a few unresolved issues with my group, so I owe it to them just to stick it out till then. As for here, like, or what are you? Are you planning to stay, or?
I think I'll stay. I've finally had my home back. I can keep an eye on everybody here, if that helps. Make sure nobody has
Yes,
any issues.
yes, that would be good. I am planning on forming a council, so you are welcome. You will be a good choice for it. As a member. I was thinking also of Caspian. He's well respected among the
Gee.
well, she's well respected among the males. So
Yep, I think she's a good idea. I think you should definitely, if it helps, I know a few of the sisters that seem to be well respected. I've been kind of observing just the different people. Potentially, we could get Leo's. We could get Pietro and Mario and
Giuseppe.
Epi. We would definitely want to have equal parts from both groups, at least until we can get to the point where people are actually getting along. I know there's still.
I guess four from each side sounds fine for now.
Yeah, I think that's
There's
good.
also the question of recruiting.
That's the thing. How are we going to proceed with that? Before it was, I mean, based on what I've been reading through the records, and she pulls out some books and hands them to you, and it's very clear that all of the recruits are all people that were kidnapped as children. You were not the only one.
Right. Well, how far back? Yeah, obviously this would have only been till Farina's grandmother was still around.
So basically, what you can read about your grandmother, they did not kidnap. They took in people that wanted to follow the Raven Queen. It seems like it was a lot smaller of a cult back then, or of a sisterhood back then. There are some passages that you read about some of the women going out and basically making agreements with men to have new daughters of their own.
Okay.
I'm trying to make this as tasteful as possible. Think like the Gerudo, but
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Well,
Breath of
yeah.
the
Well,
Wild Gerudo specifically, because those aren't usually that. Those aren't as uncomfortable as some of the earlier Legend of Zeldas.
yeah. Well. There's that option, and I was also thinking we could use our magic to determine, like, basically go the Jedi route, right? Just trying to find youth, maybe not too young, so that they at least have an understanding. I was saying, like, around preteen age, so that yeah, basically turn this into like a sort of like a school, I guess.
I think that'd be good.
Like
think-
approach parents, give them the full story basically, so they're making a good, fully informed decision.
Yeah, I think they should have the choice to whether. I think that's going to be the difference, is giving, not just taking, actually giving them the choice.
Yes, and yeah, that and yeah, just the other choice is also there. So yeah, we have multiple recruitment options, I guess. Yeah. As for like what the cult will actually be doing, I guess for now we'll be just rebuilding, just focus on. Okay,
Rebuild.
I guess I don't know what should we focus on for now.
I think rebuilding is a good place to focus. As far as the killing, like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe, I mean, you talked the Raven. I remember you said the Raven Queen mentioned that it was originally to try to chase down those that were trying to escape death and those that were getting rid of those that were causing issues. But I know that the cult developed to also take out just, not necessarily be going for just evil, but going for good and evil.
Well, yeah, I suppose we could just go back to the old ways of directly contacting the Raven Queen herself for contracts. But
I think that's probably what we're going to have to do. We're going to just have to follow her.
yes, and since we have a council, we will have a council rather. There's not gonna be as much risk of just one person subverting this whole process. So
I think it comes down to we have to rediscover what type of group we want to be from now on.
no, we will still still do what we used to do, just follow more in line with what the Raven Queen actually wants, rather than just what the demon wanted. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely going to be screening those we have joining from now on. The fact that a demon got in is a little bewildering to me still, but well, if you're going to be leaving with them, stay safe.
Thank you. You as well. And
I-
welcome home, I guess.
Yeah. Don't make me have to take on a leadership position. I am not going to be the high priestess. That is your role that you've chosen. Don't you dare die and leave me with a job. I will
Yes,
I
of
will
course.
I will bring you back to life and then kill you myself, if that is the case. And then I'll bring you back to life and make you work.
Fair enough.
She has kind of a wry smile, just like she's kidding. But she sighs. You're the closest thing I have to a sister, I think.
Thank you. Well, I guess I'll see you sometime, I guess, but yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's it for now.
Feel free to reach out if you need any assistance. And well, I did hear some information about the person Sachi's looking for.
Oh, maybe I should bring her here as well.
Well, she
That
thinks
says
for a
everything,
moment.
doesn't it?
Let's not see why that's a problem.
She will pull out a kind of this sketch, and you see this human man that looks very much like Sachi.
Oh,
This is the person that they saw. I
okay,
figure
go ahead.
I figure this could help you find him. He seemed, last I heard, this is a sketch from somebody. One of my agents found this, and what was that?
What?
I don't know what that
I
was.
heard a.
Yeah, that was a train.
Okay, that's the first time I've ever heard the trains on your thing. You
No,
always say
I've
that they're.
got the window open right now.
Okay, that's why. One of my followers, saw him in Haishir, in the 10th province. So, I will say that city is full of warlocks and demons, actually.
Oh,
So be very careful.
Great.
Yeah, after what we just had to deal with, be very careful. Haishir is a city where they're constantly fighting demons.
Yeah. Okay. I thank you for this. And I guess I'll head over to Sachi. And,
Sachi.
yeah. Hey. I have something for you.
You have a present? You have a gift? I like gifts. I like
Yes.
presents.
Well, I don't know if you're gonna like this or not exactly, but I could give her the sketch. Mara gave me this. This person who clearly looks a lot like you.
Is this
Was spotted in the 10th province in High Shear.
is this
So
what
I
I
don't
think
know.
it is?
Sachi, look at the picture, and you recognize this man.
Farina, that's my dad.
Yeah, I figured that.
Sachi, the picture he looks older than you remember him. And you have not seen him in a long time.
It's been a long time. Yeah.
Hairline has, I mean, he's not bald or anything, but it's definitely gone back a little bit. Definitely looks more gaunt than you remember. Looks like he has not been eating healthily.
Sure, he's been on the run for so long.
He's still, I will say, this is a very attractive man still. At least from the picture. Because this is, like, pretty realistic sketch.
I didn't realize my dad had a Riz.
Where do you think you get it? He's got kind of a... He's got actually a beard, surprisingly enough.
Huh.
It's not like a long beard, but it's kind of like pretty... It's a mix of tempered and a little wild.
Looks like shit.
Yes, well, apparently there's loads of demons in high ship, so gonna have to be careful.
Are you coming with us?
Yes, I will be. I'll stick with you guys until we tie up our loose ends, finish all our business. I owe that much at least. So
Thank you, Farina.
yes, no problem.
Think with your help, with everybody's help, we'll be able to find my dad.
Hopefully, yeah. What are you gonna do when you find him?
I don't know yet. You know, he left me and my mother, and you know, I partially blame him for my mother's death. So I don't really know what's gonna happen when I see him. Can I ask? Is it possible? I don't know if this is even possible, but I need to ask the Raven Queen something. Is there a way I can get in contact with her?
I could ask her on your behalf, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
But it has to be a yes or no question.
That's okay. I don't know how much you know about Great Old Ones, Farina, and this otherworldly being that can transfer in between worlds, but Turtle Boy has partnered up with him, and he's also looking for my dad, and I don't know what I should do.
Okay. What do you want me to ask exactly, though?
I don't know if there's a yes or no question that you can ask her to help me. I guess you could ask her if she's ever heard of a being called... He only calls himself this, but the Subscriber?
Okay. 1 second. If you have 2 more questions, I can ask those as well.
Okay, well...
I don't know why this is so specific, but trust me, that's how it works.
Well, can we, like, stagger it? Can you just let me know if she says yes, and then we can ask some more questions?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah, I can still talk to you as well. So, yeah, I guess I'll cast Commune now. I've already clicked once, so.
Yeah, so I'm looking at it. So you can talk with. I think you can kind of talk with Sachi. I'm gonna do something to allow you to talk with Sachi, but you have you have a minute to ask your questions.
Three questions, right?
Yeah, 3 questions.
All right, that's fine.
So, as Farina kind of gets down in a meditative stance, Sachi, the world starts to kind of fade around you as a fog fills
Wow.
the room that you two are in.
Ooh.
You see, Farina, your eyes are closed as this is happening, but Sachi, you see you guys are in a graveyard. And suddenly, let me find her picture, because this is the first time Sachi's seeing her. There it is. This woman appears before you. This very tall woman with hair like raven feathers, a cloak of raven feathers, a number of ravens just perched around her, and she has this large scythe at her side.
Is that the Raven Queen?
Yes. Mm. My goddess, I have a few questions on behalf of my friend. Have you heard of a being called the Subscriber?
She pauses for a moment and then nods.
Okay, she knows.
Can you ask her? Can he be beaten?
Can okay, can the Subscriber be defeated by us?
She pauses for a moment and she kind of starts to nod, starts to shake her head, and then just kind of gives kind of a middle, like, little wave. It's not entirely clear. I will give you this, just based on. I'll say both of you roll me an intelligence check.
I think I'm good at that, or at least more decent than wisdom. That's for sure. Oh, that's a great intelligence. Intelligence check. Oof,
Go.
Jesus.
Fine. What does she mean? What is she trying to say?
So, Farina, you get the feeling that it's complicated because if you were asking about your full group, it's complicated because one of you has sworn a deal with the Subscriber. And the other issue that technically presents itself is that Sachi's way of casting spells is technically something that was originally given by the Subscriber.
Right. It's unclear. There's some complications. Am I able to determine exactly what those complications are, or is it just
I'll give you
those feelings you were
just like
describing were?
I'll say that as you're kind of thinking, like you're thinking about it, flashes of
Because
Leo.
I'm not sure I know that Leo made a deal with.
Have you
Oh,
guys
I did.
told-
I think I just said that actually. That,
Yeah, you did say that.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah.
So, Farina, in your mind, you see flashes of Leo talking with this very well-dressed man, this very weird man. And you also see flashes of the strange devices that Leo and Sachi carry.
It's difficult. Leo has this whole thing going on with whatever he's been in communication with this being, so it's not clear. And your magic draws from this being as well, right? So
Yeah.
you need to ask the third question quickly.
Okay. Must Leo die in order for me to stop the subscriber?
Must our companion Leo perish in order to defeat this being?
She shakes her head. No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, that's good.
Wait,
Uh,
did you just say? Now the question was, must Leo die? That doesn't mean he won't die.
That's true.
yeah, I
Small-
know.
Small
That's
concessions.
not.
Oh, I know. This is more for games concessions.
Thank you, my queen. That's all the questions.
Thank
She
you, Miss Raven
nods.
Queen.
And the fog fades, and you are back in where you were before.
Hope you understand the severity of the situation now, Farina. I mean, even your goddess isn't sure that we can defeat the subscriber.
Yes, well, it's kind of on you, right? You need to find a way so that your magic isn't dependent on the being you're trying to defeat.
Yeah. Problem is, Turtle Boy's insistent that he keep this deal with the subscriber and use his powers, and I don't know if I can convince him otherwise.
Well, he wants to die, right?
He wants to die, but I think the subscriber wants to take my father's soul. And and if Leo keeps working with him, then my dad might get killed before I even get the chance to really get to know him or talk to him again.
Okay. Let's.
I'm not saying we have to kill Turtle Boy.
No, that's fine.
I do
but,
love him. It's just he can be stubborn as
Oh,
a bull, and
yes. Well, I mean, we need to like change his mind, but that's not gonna work. But or maybe we just need to deceive him somehow so that, well, maybe not deceive him, but
sure we can think of something. I think when we go back, I think our next journey must be to High Shear, but I think it's important we stop at our hub world, Novastone, right?
what the hell's a hub world?
Is Novastone our hub world? I mean, I think we need to stop at our at our guild's location, and maybe I'll be able to get some more information there.
Yeah, okay, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Why does the subscriber want your father's soul?
Apparently, my father, this phone I have on me now, this was originally his, and I don't know. I guess he just kind of disappeared one day, and the subscriber's been chasing him ever since. He doesn't seem very happy that he was used.
This is out of game, but Kursachi just banned him.
What was that?
Kursachi just like banned the subscriber.
Ban the subscriber. I tried. It doesn't let me.
Who knows? We'll have to wait and see.
That's true.
Need to get better moderators.
I swear I tried to put him in timeout.
Or you need to like suck up to Twitch staff.
I guess we'll see though.
after you guys talk, you guys head to bed, I assume.
Yeah.
Leo,
Yes.
Knew it.
as you go to sleep that night, you find yourself floating in that room full of images once again. And you see the subscriber floating there. Very good show back there.
Died a couple times, but I thought so.
I mean, you're getting closer to that point, the place that you want to be. But I can't let you die just yet.
Well, all good things come in time.
I do have a question, because I know you all are looking for Sachi's father. I do have a question for you. What will you do when you find him?
I don't know. You haven't said exactly what you want with him, and I don't know if you want me to kill him or just like take a picture of him and show him to you, or what.
I want you to bring him to me. But I'm more asking, will you actually go through with that?
I don't see why not.
Are you sure this Sachi girl won't be able to convince you otherwise?
Oh, I'm sure she won't be able to convince me. I don't think she could stop me either. So I think it's fine.
Jesus.
I don't know if I fully. I apologize, but
I'll make her see reason.
I just don't know if I feel like you have more feelings towards her than you realize.
It's crazy.
Even if you're not in love with her, you may at least I think you see her at least as a dear friend, and I wonder.
I mean, sure,
if you
she can be a
stand-
friend, but what's a friend? You see how my other friends go.
Yes, but I do feel that Sachi is different. She gave up on you, but then stopped giving up on you.
Well, she's an idiot. AKPL.
I'm more wondering if the thing is, I'm wondering what you're going to do when she is crying and begging you not to take her daddy away from her. Will you have the constitution to do what needs to be done?
And so do I have to roll that Constitution?
Will you be steadfast enough to not ignore the tears and hand her daddy over to me?
I think if there's one thing that Leo's good at is being steadfast and sticking to what he thinks he believes.
If that's what you believe, we shall certainly see. But he is at the moment still in High Shear. Find him, bring him to me,
How do I do that?
alive.
How do I do that stuff?
I want the pleasure of murdering him myself.
Yes, but I only come here in my dreams. How do I bring him here?
Oh, okay. Here, he kind of like
You meant that literally.
he points at your iPad and is just like, here, you're going to push this, you're going to push this, and that.
Easy.
Really,
Okay.
you just need to just have us. If you start a stream, I'll be there and I'll know to come
Okay.
and get him.
Fair.
All right. Well, good luck. And you are suddenly brought back to the living. Core,
Mm-hmm.
you don't dream. So,
The end.
Nope.
however, I imagine you spend time working at your forge during the night.
As always.
As you are sitting there, you hear a ting 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 ting, ting 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 ting.
Where am I hearing this from?
You kind of look across the room and this you see kind of this hammer and what are they called? Shoot. Piston or Python, it might be Python. Are kind of the hammer's floating in air and the Python is kind of like floating, and they seem to be chiseling something into a piece of metal.
Okay. I'll use the eye on the back of my head to watch it as I continue my work.
You see the words, "Hello, Core."
The cat's messing with me again.
I'm trying to remember what was your deity's name again?
Gond. Gond.
Gaunt. Okay, I always get him and Torm mixed up for some reason. This, you see the words, "This is Gond."
Very well, I'm listening.
Ching 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 ching. I need your assistance with something.
And what is it that you need this one? You need this unit's assistant for?
Ting 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 ting. There is an item of connected to me that has ended up in the hands of someone who should not have it. I would like you to retrieve it for me. And if you do so, I will let you keep this item, and it will help you in your goals.
Ooh. Very well. Name. I will accomplish this task for you. What is the item and its location?
The item is called the Forge of Souls.
Oh dear God.
I'm going to type this in here.
Is this the Forge of Souls?
I don't know.
For Christ's sake, I almost can't be.
And then it will, they will say, currently this item is being held by someone in the city of High Shear. Hello?
We're
Mhm.
speechless.
I got it.
Okay.
Very well, it shall be done.
It ting 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 again. I will tell you this. This item will help you create life.
It's the Forge of Souls. It does more than that.
Who knows?
Considering, well, I won't say it right now. perk up with
And-
that one. Ooh. Very well. That definitely sounds like an applicable idea. Is there any way of getting any leads or more information on this, or is that, or on the owner of this Forge of Souls?
ting 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 ting. Um, talk to Frank Flask.
No.
Ask about a man named Gibson.
Very well.
2 Bs.
Very well then.
And the hammer drops to the ground.
I shall return to my forge.
All right. Sachi,
Me.
you have a dream that night. I need you, before I get into it, what does your mother look like?
Let's see. You know, she is. Well, she's the tabaxi in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
A blue tabaxi.
Okay.
With shoulder length hair.
Okay.
And she was always a bit more malnourished because she grew up in a poor area, so she would always let me eat my fill while she stayed hungry.
Okay. As you start to dream, you suddenly find yourself in front of what looks like your mother, this Russian blue tabaxi woman.
Mama? Is that you?
She smiles at you. But kind of sighs a little.
What's
And
wrong?
you suddenly get a text message on your phone.
I said blue.
Yeah, but you're lying.
As you pull out your phone, you see yes and no.
What do you mean? Who are you then?
You get another text, a friend, but also an enemy of the subscriber.
Are you also trying to go against him?
That's what an enemy is such.
Yes.
Who are you? Have you also been watching me?
I have been watching you and your father for a very long time. I have been helping your father to try to break away from the subscriber. Because your father has something the subscriber needs in order to be able to break into this world.
What is that?
He has an item that was originally given to him by the subscriber.
My phone, isn't it? Isn't it?
Your phone was half of it.
Half? What do you mean?
There's another piece of it that your father has that, when combined with your phone, creates an item that the subscriber can use to fully enter a world. When he enters a world, he consumes it for himself.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Your father was originally going to do what he needed to do for this, but he would have had to pay a price that was too high.
What price is too high? He just left us. He didn't even care about us.
That is not a question I can answer, but one that you must ask him yourself. However, I will help you find him, and I will allow you. I have an ability to be able to block the subscriber to a certain extent from accessing your streams, accessing your power. Your power will be no longer through him.
What is that? What do you have?
Well, you can call me a moderator of sorts.
Are you the moderator?
I don't know about the moderator, but a moderator is fine. You could call me the moderator if you want.
Well, you know, we have the subscriber, now we have the moderator.
And she kind of holds out a hand. Kind of gesturing towards your phone.
How do I know I can trust you?
You get another text. That's entirely up to you.
Okay. I'll hand over my phone.
She'll start typing on it, and then she will hand it back to you. The subscriber has now been banned.
Oh,
from
damn!
Your phone.
Ooh.
It was that easy?
It takes someone of equal power to be able to banish him like that. I cannot banish him completely from this world, but I can at least give you a bit of freedom to where you can potentially make plans. I will say, and I don't recommend necessarily just telling your friend Leo this, but Leo is not necessarily going to get what he wants.
What do you mean by that?
The subscriber always doesn't honor his deals the way that he should.
Even if I tell Leo this, I'm not sure if he trusts me.
That's what I am concerned about. And I have to ask, if it comes down to a fight with Leo, can you bring yourself to fight him?
If it's to save the world, then I must.
Well,
If Leo must die for the greater good, I know what I must do.
all right. I am with you.
I am with you.
She will give you a hug, and you feel your mom's warmth once more. It's been so long.
I miss this.
I missed you.
She pats you in a way basically telling you, go ahead and let it all out. I'm here. I imagine Sachi does cry.
Yeah.
And you continue to cry until you finally wake up. And Farina, you don't get any dreams.
Fran just had her arc. She had all of the.
Yeah. And I think that is about where we're going to end the session for tonight. I think
Okay.
that's a good place to stop.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have a heading.
Mm-hmm.
So Core, the Forge of Souls.
Like I said, is it the Forge of Souls?
Who knows?
You know. You know, Kevin.
I know, but well, I will say,